Oh, they're down. No, it's drawn. Okay, here we go. Just watching a game there. The tournament just started. And the timer is going crazy. It's a 30-minute tournament. There we go. Okay. Double those points. Is this guy gonna move? I was just watching a game, and this tournament started slightly earlier. They should give me points. They should double the points, and I should get the W. Game stakes have been doubled. 2. Whoa. Finally up there. That last tournament was not the case, though. No, it wasn't. Okay, D4. D4. I don't think I've played this guy before. No, I didn't. Okay, I want to get this center. Oh, knight here. Are they going to take that? Oh, okay, you could do that. Some trades. And now I want to get here. Pinpoint that pawn. Knight there, queen there. Let's watch over for tricky stuff on c3. It's a weak point right here. Not going to take so quickly. Queen here might be good, though. Yeah. He's just way too tricky. I want to get rid of him. And I'm going to continue with this, although I'm dropping this pawn. Although I could take, and I'm on this pawn. Bishop back. That's a good move. Let's defend here. And I want to get right behind that. I can't move my knight. Yeah, it's going to be... Oh, I didn't want to do that! Oh, my knight is safe! Oh, my goodness! Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, my goodness, this is not good. 29 seconds. Actually, I have a lead with the time. I'm on the rook. They're going to give a check. Where is the tricky knight when you need him? Can somebody tell me? I didn't want to play g3. I'm on the bishop. I'm on the bishop. Where's the mate? Can I get a mate? Just take him. My knight is tricky. He is a tricky, tricky guy. That knight. Oh. That's an interesting sacrifice. That's an interesting sacrifice. My king is going to come back. Oh, okay, now I could get that pawn. But their pawns are very fast. King position. King position. Oh, I got the bishop. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, now I could get these pawns at least. Okay, now come around here. I need time burners. You're gonna be cut off? Oh man, I was holding my breath there. 6, 6, 6, and a bunch of 3s, or are there a bunch of 3s? We're gonna see. Whoa, what was I trying to do there? Okay, throw this h-pawn down. He is a giant thorn, so the plan here is to trade light square bishops and look for mate on g2. Hit the queen. Queen here, no, that wouldn't have been good. Hit my knight back to doing something. Okay, trade dark square bishops, I guess. Do I have any dark square control? We're going to see about that. I want to get their dark square bishop. Pawn push. I want to open up the c file. That's where their king is. Have anything better? Open that up. Undermine this pawn. Undermine this pawn. Open files towards their king. That's the plan. Oh, mate threat. Knight here's mate. That's mate. Just a minimal amount of material. Knight and pawn controlling just enough squares. Of course, the king only had one square to go to. Okay. Let's stay ahead of the game here. Get a battery along this diagonal, eliminate their dark square bishop, and then look for mate. That wasn't good. Now the knight is developing with tempo. I should have played knight d2. Let's trade. Maybe as soon as this knight moves, I could exchange him off. Now he's weak. Is there enough support for this advance? There isn't. There wasn't enough support, so now I could kick my opponent around. Open up the H file. It's opened up. Get rid of their dark square bishop and look for mate on h8. It's happening very soon, actually. Pawn push, I think I could still take. Pawn takes knight, queen h6. I'm still in the rook, and I still have h8 available. They resigned. Back to tournament. 20. 2012 6. Okay. Double the points. We're going to have the Caro-Kann again. The Caro-Kann again is a favorite. Oh, they were in pre-move mode there. Take here, take this knight, and I'm going to hang on to this pawn. I want to hang on to him. Alright, I'm going to do this. And I want to hang on to that too, although this isn't so great. Let's pin the knight. Fortunately, that move was there. I want to take him out. I want to make sure I keep this pawn under control. I still have enough support for it, but it's an annoying pin. A very, very annoying pin. Okay, now I don't have to worry about that so much. I want to connect my knights and then sack here or something. Let me just do this to shore up everything. My queen wants to probably sneak around where? My knight has a ton of pressure. 27 seconds, not a lot of time. Pawn push next. Let's just open stuff up. Knight takes. This pawn is pinned. This pawn could be captured, actually. I want to sacrifice on this square. Hopefully this works. Whoa. I wasn't expecting that. I'm down material. King up. I need, sneaky checks or something. Oh, I can't do that. 11 seconds. I don't have a lot of time. Queen trade? Probably going to have that. I'm going to push my pawn to victory lane. Can he be stopped? 7 seconds? Where are the checks? Can I go fast? Please? Give some checks. Tricky knight checks. Another check. Not moving so fast. More checks. Whew! Down on time. I had to fight back on that one. Whoa. Oh, okay. That got too crazy. That got way too crazy. I got out of control. I don't like those positions where they get out of control. Okay. B6, that bishop's going to come back. And, okay, so much for that. So much for that. Maybe they take that. Okay, I want to keep this closed. Dark square control. I could get on E5. This is a good post for my queen. Can't move my knight just yet. F7 would kill me. Pawn push. I want my knight there. My knight there would be very good. Okay, he's there in time. I'm hitting the bishop and I'm defending F7. Let's secure my knight position. I want to get rid of their knight. Activate. Activate that rook. If bishop here, I take how? I don't want to drop that pawn. It's pawn push here. I didn't even check to see if the bishop moves if I'm going to run into any trouble. Oh, I have an idea, I think. Okay, let's take him out first. And now I do this. Secure my knight position. The rook is close to trapped. 28 seconds each. The rook is active, but my knight is dominant. Oh, I thought I could take the bishop. Not the case, though. I'm looking to get some pigs. Okay, this is brutal now. Or is it? No, it's not. The bishop could back up. Let's throw some checks in. And now a tricky fork. And I get one rook and then another after they take mine. If they take mine. If they even take mine. Let's run away. Let's run away. Let's give a check here. And then let's just do this. I could take, but I get a bunch of material. A bunch of material. Take with the check. Get this guy advancing. Time issue? They're down on time. No stalemates. Keep rolling. They're down on time. Back to tournament. 42, 31, 20, 20. Whew. Nona fries. Okay. 21 minutes remain. A lot of time. Nona fries always gives me a difficult time. Pawn takes. No, let's not go with that. I think I always play this setup. This sort of Stonewall setup. Pawn takes is probably available. Knight here I could take. Let's put pressure on this diagonal. There might be some pawn push, a timely. Let's stop b4. b4 would resolve this tension. I want to keep this tension. If I recapture, I'm on this point. I think I'm safe to castle, or am I? Let's do this. If I castled, I think bishop takes and then knight to d7 was available. So where does my knight belong now? These squares are the ones that I want to observe. I want to watch out for the build my center, sneak my knight in, kick this knight out with f6. Okay, they're going to challenge my knight because they recognize that it's a strong piece. They still can't advance here because of the pressure that I maintain on this square. Let's keep this locked down. And I think I want to play f5, close up this center. Not so fast. Actually, the knight's going to come back. I'm going to do this. No, they're doing a fork here. 22 seconds. I got to go quicker. I'm on the knight twice. Take this pawn, and then do what? Okay, now I'm going to take, let's open this up. I think it's helpful now to open it up. And oh, they could have taken there with the rook. 16 seconds. Okay, we're going to have mass exchanges here, I'm pretty sure. Mass exchanges. Okay. In this endgame, I'm up a pawn, and I want to centralize my king. I have majority. Where? I have majority on... I gotta be careful. There's going to be a pawn push here. Oh, I should have just taken that pawn. Why'd I do that? Oh, no. 6 seconds. They got that pawn. I gotta go fast. I could take that. I have to watch out for their sneaky pawn moves. Oh, why am I moving my king? Just move this pawn. He's passed. 3 seconds. It's not easy to pre-move. Not there. Where are the pre-moves? They're down on time. Wow, these are ugly games. Can I get a clean win? Are there any clean wins out there? Okay. I could go for an f7 strike. That was kind of fun. f7. Okay. We had this... I was talking about this structure earlier in a 5-minute game that I had. The idea here is to make sure that that light square bishop does not get out of control. I'm looking to smash open their structure. Not having any of it. Knight here. I don't want to take. Okay, I got to defend that pawn. He's ready to take that knight out. They're going to have f6. No, f6 is not good. I take, and I'm on the queen and the bishop. This knight is running out of squares. I'm going to look for mate. Is that knight going to move? I was going to go to f6. Maybe it would have been good. Oh, what's happening with that move? What am I doing with my knight? Okay, I'm going to do this now and then maintain control over e. And now c5. If those breaks aren't... I'm on the bishop. There's pins and stuff. Okay, controlling e5 still. And c5. Pretty sure I still have this. There wasn't a fork. My knight was there to defend. Oh. I could drop back and defend my rook. Knight checks. Knight checks next. Oh, they're going to take my rook. I don't get their queen. Oh, I do. They should have blocked with their queen. On the bishop. Give a check here no matter what. There's no back rank issues. They're in check. I get the bishop. Here no matter what. You're going to get that. Take the rook. Here no matter what. Push my pawns. They're down on time. Back to tournament. 72, 59, 54. Have any of these games even ended? I gotta play against Batman. Just when you think the tournament maybe can't get any tougher here, you gotta fight against Batman now. Batman. He will put the fear right into you. Rook b8, soften up this dark square. Rook b8. Put pressure on this pawn. I still want to do this. I think it's still good. Oh, it's happening. It's hard to avoid. G3 I just take, and then H2 again. Queen takes knight is probably the only save. Can you believe that? H2. That would have been hard to defend anyhow. Back to tournament. 90, 77, 56, 55. Red missed. Have we played before? I wonder if I've played this guy before. Or girl. You never know. You don't know, do you? Alright, let's get all my pieces working. Queen d2. I might throw my g-pawn. They're gonna play a6, b5, or they're still prepping that. Pawn advance might still be there. This is definitely reckless, but I'm gonna try it. Definitely reckless, but I'm gonna try it. My knight is the one that wants to recapture. I will have to be careful of f3 and c4. Okay, this is where I was going to go to anyhow. f3 was on. I'm going to take like this, so I had play on the g file. He's probably intolerable, and now there's dark square weaknesses. So let's try and take advantage of that fact. Bishop f3, and then kick this knight, and then jump my knight in there with tempo. Oh, I have enough defense. The queen is not a good leader when putting pressure along a file. So knight d5 with tempo, and now I'm going to first take... No, I want to do this first. My bishop is there to defend. I want to be able to hit the queen and not have her take here. So there's forks here, but my main objective is to get to f6. So I'm going to remove the knight next, and then jump into f6, and it's going to be a big, big problem. I'm winning material no matter what. I'm pretty sure. They resign. Back to tournament. 110, 97, 89, 64. Less than 15 minutes remain. Less than 15 remain. Nona fries again. We're going to be having another tough struggle. Maybe I could take this knight out. No, let's do this. Okay, we're not having that. Okay, they're going to take now. They're going to take now. When are they going to take? Okay. And, well, I don't have a light square bishop. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, what I was going to do is drop my knight back and then play f5. Having a similar structure. We're going to enter... It's like we're playing the same thing again. Same type of formation. Okay. I'm going to kick this knight out of here. And where are the tricks? Alright. I'm going to avoid the knight exchange. Is that knight really going to find a good home? Right here, I kick it away. Let's lock this down. Let's get this majority going. And get this advance in. Over here, play on the G file. Play on that G file. Pawn push I could have done. This knight is unprotected. I have to watch out for pawn push with tempo on my rook, but I can still capture the knight. Pawn push I could take. Just take. Take here, I'm on the knight. And then I want to do this. So I don't have to worry about this pawn. I'll take with this, so this becomes an issue. What's becoming an issue? My king safety. Pawn push is good. Now it's not good, maybe. Okay, let's not even allow that pawn to move. Let's not even allow it to move. Okay, I have to be careful. Queen could put pressure on this pawn. I want to bring my queen up, my king up to defend the pawn for queen e2 stuff. Less than 20. Bring my king up a little bit. I don't need my bishop around anymore on that square. Let's give a check. Let's lock this down. Let's come around in what direction? I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Let's just do this. Open it up. I'm going to take. And now they're tied down. I want to sneak in here. Let's take here. That's probably a bad move. Probably could have pinned it. I don't have any time. Just want to take this pawn no matter what. Back to tournament. 130, 117... 130, 117, 109. Less than 12 minutes remain. I was going to go for some Botvinnik setup. Now I have a center. I'm going to take the pawn and look for maybe some stuff against h7. Okay, my knight's pinned. I'm not too concerned about that. They've helped build my center. So this is a little sneaky. I'm looking to push here, kick the knight away, and they were sniffing that one out. Okay, now the G file and H file are ripped open. The knight is struggling to find a good home. Pawn takes next. Free my bishop. I want to smash through in some way. Knight here, and after a capture, my queen gets to h6. This knight is a bit of a bug, though. Okay, I should have done that sooner. He can't even be taken. I'm going to sack this so my bishop can see the world. And now the king has to be very careful. Very careful. I want to guard this square. The queen couldn't go there, though. Okay, I'm gonna switch roles here. King is gonna be towards the center. They have to give up material now. And my king wants to go no further. Let's get up. with the check. Not so fast. Okay. Convert this now. Here no matter what. Double up rooks on this pawn. Get these pawns advancing with tempo. This is not the cleanest way to do this. Yeah, definitely not the cleanest way to do this. Rook check. Should have just taken that. Why didn't I take that? Is that rook? Oh, he was overloaded at that point. Okay, back to tournament. They resigned. 150, 137, 129, 112. Less than 10 minutes remain. D. Galanis. Mora Smith Mora. Declined, accepted. Alright. Keep my queen trained on this diagonal. Bishop f4. I could do this. Again, I'll be hesitant to do that if I don't have my c-pawn around. Should have probably taken. Okay, f4 is weakened. I want to remove the dark square bishop and then plant my knight on f4 one day. One day. Now I'll take with the rook. Okay, that. My knight is on his way to where? Oh, they repaired f4. You can't go to f4 now. I don't need a castle. Where does my knight belong? Where did... Oh, g5 might be a pretty good one. Watches over f7, puts pressure on h3 and e4. I want to undermine this structure. If this pawn is hit on d6, I'll defend how? With my rook. Oh, I should have just taken the knight. He was a freebie. He was a freebie. My rook has good file movement. He's good along this file and the rank. I like my knight better than the bishop. That's why I'm taking like that. I'm winning a rook now. Maybe that was a mouse slip. Rook in the corner might have been what my opponent wanted. 170, 157, 149, 128. d4, the Benoni, the old Benoni defense. e4, knight f3, bishop d2, a6. We see a6. Okay, let's hang on to my tricky knight. Knight c4. That was my bad bishop. That was just exchanged for my opponent's good bishop. Although, maybe I shouldn't have even allowed that exchange. 8 minutes remain. They castled on the queen side where I have a space advantage because of this pawn right here. I'm looking to maybe even throw my knight in, but I really do want knight a4 to b6. I like this structure. Considering taking here. Let's still go here. Take with my knight. I want to open up the c file. It can't be contested. The c file cannot be contested because I have control over c8. So let me first do this and then b5 coming up. Really gonna take. I don't know what I want to do. Oh, pawn push is gonna be good. With pawn push on f3, I should not have allowed that. I should not have allowed that. So my queen is there to watch over e4. I want to get this in, finally. But not just yet. My rook would have been hanging. Okay, now this is finally opening up. Bishop check. Maybe they should have played there first. Now I have play on the b file. If takes, I think I just pile up instead of recapturing. Let's take like this first. I want to drop my bishop back and like get this battery on a7. Okay, mate threat. The pawn has to push. It's not being pushed. a7. That's mate. 190, 189, 177. Whoa. Okay, 6 minutes. 6 minutes remain. Let's try this. Something a little bit different. Take out this knight and then work on putting pressure on the dark squares. He's a defender of the squares in the center that are dark. Get rid of him and then post up on this square. So if pawn push, I take the knight. Now I'm actually winning material because this is a fork. I have enough defense for it. So if push, I would have taken and then jumped my knight into d4 and tried to secure his position. Take with the knight, I'm on the bishop. I want to just complete development. Complete development. There's no need to take this bishop. But now there is. My opponent forced my hand. And let's give a check. Uncastled or a queen exchange. Okay. I'm there to recapture and defend my 7th rank if that happens. And I don't want to do what? I don't want to give up that 2 rooks for a queen. So let's do this instead. Now I could come here. Close to being in mate if they're not careful. Queen trade happening very soon. 27 seconds. 27 seconds. Get my king position in there. They have to block, otherwise I'm getting more material. King position. King towards the center. This pawn advancing, and how do you break through? I like having pawns on light squares. I could do this. No. Well, yeah, it's still good. King here, and then I get it next. He's passed. I just want him to advance. Actually, no, he's a weak point. So let me target him. Let me target him and stop this advance. Let's give a check. Inconvenience the king first. Actually, that's not the most convenient way to do it. Let's do this. It's a lot cleaner. I just have to watch out for that sneaky pawn move. Sneaky pawn move? No sneaky pawn move. King now comes over here. Let's get this guy rolling. They're down on time. Back to tournament. 210, 209, 197. Oh, freaky pawn. Okay, let's try c4. A Bodvanik setup, maybe. See what my opponent does. e4, and then I get a grip over d5. Could still be played, but I'll grab some space maybe first. Alright, let's do this. Looking to grab some space. Pawn push, I think I come here right away. Instead of taking. If I take right away, I help out their light square bishop. So that's why I'll maintain this tension. I don't want to help my opponent's pieces. Let's grab some space. I'm going to develop my dark square bishop so that b6 can be met with b4. Not the case, actually. The knight is there to watch over that. But I could put pressure on him, take him out, and now maintain this pawn on c5. You have to be careful if sometimes there's some sacrifices on c5 and then an eventual pawn push where there could be a fork on my bishop and knight. But I don't see that happening. I have enough support for it. And now I'm trying to hit at the head of the pawn chain. I have enough support for that. He's a dead piece. He's struggling to do something good. And let's get this guy working, I guess. Queen here hits this pawn. 34 seconds. Bishop here, pawn here. I think he turns out to be a dead piece. I should have just taken it. Or maybe not. I don't need to do that. I'm lacking a plan right now. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Let's take like this. I don't want their light square bishop to get working. Let's take with the rook. My knight needs a better home, although he is stopping the queen from doing stuff. He's gonna go soon. Let me just watch over f4. And I'll take, and I'll drop back if attacked again, although rook there would have been interesting. What would have been my reply after that? I'm not quite sure. Okay, king position next. I have control over all the dark squares. And I should probably get this pawn rolling. Rook trade, I'm able to get my king to e5. Give a check. King here is going to be good. They're going to get material, but no, I play here. Kick the king back. They're going to hit my knight. Let's avoid that. Let's avoid that. Let's throw a check in. Time situation. Maybe that's not a good move. Let's do this instead. They're going to move? They're not moving. What's going on? Oh, they got to check the server. Oh, man, these are precious seconds. These are precious seconds. There's only a minute 47. 46, 45, back to tournament 2:30. Oh, just like that. Look at a minute 40. You can't come back. Ani. A minute 37. A minute 37. Oh, man. This game is not going to end anytime soon. In fact, my knight's going to get kicked around. Oh, that's not good. Discovered attack against my queen. Against my queen, it could happen anytime. Anytime. They've weakened their king side. Gonna take and give me play on the h-file? Grab this pawn next. I get at h2? Rook takes h3? h2! h2 might be there. I'm on the bishop. That's check. Unavoidable? That's h2! I got it! Back to tournament 250! Just call the tournament! Just call it! 250, 249, just call it, please. I have to go for a quick f7 strike. This game is not going to end. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Oh, I didn't get it. I got to run away. That's why this is not good. It's not good to do these things. I would have dropped my bishop knight here. Oh, no, 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 no. Take this guy. I'm on the knight. I should take the knight. Maybe they resign. I got this knight. Are they going to resign? They're not going to resign. Quit saying that. Can I get their bishop? Mate on g7? The rook? Oh, they called it. I think it's third. I think it's third. Did I get third? I didn't get first. They called it. Those cubits came up right at the top there. Oh, why are we playing on? They already called it. What do we get? Second place confetti. I'll take that. Oh, man. Oh, man. 257, 250, 249, 209. All right. Good games. Oh, very nice.